Welcome back to Working Aussies Homestead. I'm Jordan, and today we are filming our first garden tour video of 2023. Let's head on into the garden. As we begin this tour, I do want to preface that Josh has given me some notes as to what is planted in each row so that I can give you guys a better detailed description of what we are growing here on our small property in our market garden in zone 8A. Here in our garden, we have roughly 4,000 square feet that we have put to use using a market garden style with 30-inch beds and 18-inch walkways. We do have 12 rows, and then we have a 4-foot hedgerow and then 12 more rows. So we have a total of 24 rows, and then we have some extras down at the end that I'll go over too. So here in our first row, we planted several different varieties of peas as well as some beets and radishes, and then we have 2 volunteer sunflowers that have popped up. But I'll give you guys a little bit closer look into the garden as we go over everything. Here's some of our beets. Down here, not quite ready to harvest. Here in this second row, we have some more peas. We have spring blush and sugar snap peas, as well as a few more volunteer sunflowers and carrots. In rows 3 and 4 here, we have some Napa cabbage that has gone to seed. So some of that beautiful Napa cabbage. Row 5, we have a gorgeous mix of lettuces. And we have some beautiful red Russian kale. And some curly kale. Row 6, we have some more curly kale here. Looking beautiful, almost ready to harvest. Then we have some Lucinado kale. This is that dinosaur kale. We have some rainbow Swiss chard in here. Not quite big enough to harvest quite yet. Then we have some arugula, some that is going to seed, and then the rest of this row is all arugula that's started. All right, row 7 here is a little hard to see as things are still growing, but we have some romance carrots, a carrot mix, parsnips, and rutabaga in this row. In row 8 here, we have purple broccoli, hoping to get an actual harvest of it this year, as we have not had the best of luck the past few years, but hopefully these plants do better for us. In row 9, we have 10 Brussels sprout plants, and then the rest of the row is radishes. This next row here has one of my favorites. This is an entire row, 5 smaller rows of black oil sunflower seeds. So I can hardly wait. They all have sprouted up really nicely. This will be one of my favorites. All right, row 11 here just has a few okra plants, these 6 on the sides. And then we have some cube of butter squash and lemon squash in here. Just a few things planted. The rest of the row is empty, ready for some more transplants. This next row is super fun. This is an entire 36-foot row of popping corn. Any popcorn lovers out there, this is the perfect variety to plant. It's yellow popcorn. And in between the planted corn is peanuts and provider beans. So the provider beans are a bushy bean and the peanuts are a ground cover crop. So we're hoping that they can cover the ground in between all of these corn so that weeds do not pop up instead. All right, then we have our 4-foot hedgerow. We have a few perennials coming up in here down at the end. We also have some of our mint coming back, but we do plan to plant several flowers in this row here. All right, guys, this is the fun row. The first fun row. So we've got some nice basil plants here on either side, and then we have an entire row of tomatoes, which is nuts because there are there are 10 different varieties of tomatoes. So we have everything from the Tumbling Tom, Jelly Bean, Arkansas Traveler, Beaver Lodge 6808, Jubilee, Pineapple, German Johnson, Celebrity, Mortgage Lifter, and Early Girl. These are all of the different varieties of tomatoes planted in this row, along with basil and lemon basil. So we have all of these different varieties of tomatoes. We will have tomatoes out the wazoo this year, which is so exciting. The Celebrity were the ones that did so well for us last year. So we've got those planted in here. This next row, row 14, also has tomatoes. It has Early Girl, Jubilee, Roma, Bumblebee, and Night Queen in here. Another crazy walled row of tomatoes, which will be fun. All right, and this last planted row that we have here in the garden is row 15. We have several different varieties of cucumbers in here. We have Asian long cucumber with Ashley cucumber, Soyo long cucumber, straight 8, tasty green, gherkin, and pickling. So it'll be fun to see how these cucumbers turn out growing up the trellis. All right, so that is it for what we have growing in the ground here in our market garden. Obviously, we still have several more rows to go ahead and prep to plant in. It'll be a really fun year here at Working Aussies Homestead so that we can provide a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, not only to ourselves, but also to our local community. And we're really excited to do that by potentially starting a CSA box for people local to us to be able to get some organically grown fruits and vegetables from our homestead, as well as eggs and potentially meat. So if that's something that you're interested in and you're local to us, please send us a message. We would love to hear from you. We will also be at 3 markets this year. 2 of those days are going to be at the Dunn Farmers Market in downtown Dunn behind Sherry's Bakery. It'll be Wednesdays and Saturdays. And then also we are talking to one of our local friends here about having a Farmers Market Friday in front of his business. So keep your fingers crossed on that one, but it'll be really exciting to be at more than just one market this year. Hopefully it does well. There's also another market opening just 30 minutes from us that we're thinking about attending, depending on how well it does and how busy it gets as the season goes, of course. But Josh is really excited to keep working on this garden, getting it nice and full of life and vegetation and all sorts of things that we can eat and our community can eat. So we've got quite a few things growing on over here that I mentioned in our last update video. So we're quite excited to have a wide variety of different things, not only for us, but also for our community. And this garden is just looking absolutely beautiful. I cannot get over it. Josh has made such amazing progress on this garden this year, and I'm so excited. So excited. And this is kind of a newer development from the last update video. I know we just keep working and working on things. So we have our blueberry bushes are going to go on the front here. We have a white mulberry tree, and then we're gonna put some flowers and some other edibles in here, which will be really nice in front of the house, add a little bit of a dynamic, and just obviously more food. More food is always a good thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this garden tour. I'm so excited to show you every month how the garden is progressing, what we have going on in it. And we have lots more starts that still need to be transplanted. I know Josh has lots of peppers that he's so excited to transplant, more tomatoes, of course, more corn, a wide variety of so many different things. But that's what we have going on in the garden right now. I do want to also mention that in those little planter boxes that we have on our fence, we do have watermelon, squash. I know Josh has some zucchini starts that he has going on as well, but we also have some pole beans, loofah, we have some birdhouse gourds and pumpkins all in these boxes. So obviously not growing too big right now. They're all just a few inches tall, but we do have those growing as well here in our garden. This has just become truly a happy place and a great space for us to come and sit and enjoy the evening or the morning, and just really breathe in this fresh air, listen to the wind chimes, listen to the birds, listen to the horses across the street, hear our turkeys, our chickens. It's just a super peaceful place, and I hope that you enjoy watching our videos and feeling that little bit of peace too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time for our budget video.